Good day, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILE Cast on Westnile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day every day. My name is Okumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news that has made headlines. In the headlines today, Uganda People's Defence Force pays tribute to the late Lieutenant Raymond Kasamba. Poor internet connection slows down online registration of the masses for parish development model in Ivo Division. And over 2,000 handholds distributed to farmers in Nebi municipality. This and more in the NILE Cast News Bulletin. A very warm welcome to you, viewer, and you're most welcome to the NILE Cast on Westnile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. The Assistant Commissioner in charge of Veterinary and Public Health at the Ministry of Health, Dr. John Opolot, wants a new law enacted to regulate dog population, which is dominating the spread of rabies to humans in the country. Frederick Jamadri reports more.
The persistent increase in the cases of rabies, a zoonotic disease most spread by domestic dogs, has triggered the Assistant Commissioner in charge of Veterinary and Public Health and Zoonosis at the Ministry of Health to propose for a law to regulate the rearing of domestic dogs by individuals. Dr. John Opolot, the Assistant Commissioner in charge of Veterinary and Public Health and Zoonosis, says once a law is in place, it will help to reduce unnecessary expenditures of treatment as well as compel the dog owners to rear the maximum number they can afford to care for.
Currently, the maximum you can spend on vaccinating a dog is 5,000. And depending on the magnitude of the rabies within the area, you spend 1,000 per year. And then maybe you give a booster dose the next year. And if the rabies situation in the area is not even much, a dog can even stay for another 2 years, then maybe you give it a booster dose. Now, come to vaccinating a human being. A single injection of anti-rabies for humans and the immunoglobulin goes at a minimum of 50,000 to 60,000. And even the accessibility, they are even not very much in most of the health facilities. Now, for somebody who has been bitten by a rabid dog, to get very good protection, you need 4 jabs. So now, you multiply 50,000 to 60,000, depending on where you are getting the vaccine from, times the 4 times you are supposed to inject this person as directed by the health worker who is handling the concern. Which one is now cheaper? And you put also the transport, the feeding on the way to take that person to where the anti-rabies vaccine for human beings is. And assuming one dog has bitten 10, 20 people. And also,
Dr. John further stressed that the number of dogs has continued to grow, yet the care provided remains minimal, especially by the owners.
That one, the only law I know about rabies is the Rabies Act. But regulating the population of dogs, I think we don't have a law. And that's why everybody anybody can go and get a dog and keep in his home.
Due to the cross-border movement of the stray dogs from the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo to Uganda, poor feeding mechanisms deployed by the owners of the dogs, as well as primitive cultural practices portrayed by the local communities, are cited as to be the major factors providing fertile grounds for the rabies. Dr. Cleopas Ndumpa, the District Health Officer, Biringi Health Sub-District under Aru Territory in Ituri Province, notes that the regular interactions between communities even makes it worse for the disease to spread, and urges both governments of DRC and Uganda to team up to derive solutions for the problem.
People, dogs, or whatever can cross the border. They can cross the border from Uganda to Congo and even from Congo to Uganda, and there is no border for dogs. you know, and also, you know, in some places we have market, and this market is on the road, and one part of the market is called Kinshasa, another part is called Kampala. That means people can come from Uganda with their dogs, and from Congo with their dogs, and that can also bring all the problems.
World Food Program WFP notes that dogs are the main source of human rabies deaths, contributing up to 99% of the rabies transmission to humans globally. The economic burden of the dog-mediated rabies is estimated to be worth $8.6 billion per year, while at least 54,000 people die every year from rabies. Frederick Shamadri, Westnile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories. The Uganda People's Defense Force officials have paid tribute to their fallen officer, Lieutenant Raymond Kasamba, with 18-gun salutes as he was laid to rest in his ancestral home in Thanga Parish, Abanga Sub-County, Zombo District, with the Chief Mona Major General Dick Olum, the Commander Operations Suja. Alfred Jawok reports.
The Uganda People's Defense Forces UPDF has saluted their fallen officer Lieutenant Raymond Kasamba with the 18-gun salutes as he was laid to rest at his ancestral home, Arumukeng Village, Ithanga Parish, Abanga Sub-County, Zombo District. During the burial service this afternoon, the Chief Mona Major General Dick Pretulum, the Commander Operations Suja, recalled how resourceful Lieutenant Raymond Kasamba was in the UPDF. He said his demise shocked the UPDF fraternity and urged the family members to support the widow and the orphans.
I was told by the Alur community who are in the UPDF that actually Lieutenant Raymond Kasamba had died out of an accident. I was in a place called Kainama. Kainama is in Ituri, towards those areas of going to Komanda. Those of you traveling in Congo, Komanda, Mombasa, Erengeti, Ndimu. I was there. So that was the day before yesterday, and I posted on the forum of the Alur community that I will attend the burial. It was in 2010 that I recruited them. There were quite a number of them. Chris is the son to Brigadier General Boda, Charity Ojebi, Raymond. There were a number of them. And there were so many from Westnile. And I was doing that recruitment. It was me going to train them in Kabamba. They are so lucky to have got a trainer like me, because I'm one of the senior most trainers in the UPDF. So I trained them, I made them officers.
Meanwhile, the parish priest, Abanga Catholic Parish, Reverend Simon Otekwa, who was the main celebrant, has castigated youths in Zombo District for the high level of traditional marriages, commonly known as introduction, which has become expensive for some youths to afford. He added that the deceased could have joined the Holy Family, but due to the high level of preparations to pay dowry, prompted him not to wed his only widow left behind.
Raymond, foi com matrimônio go. Deve baixar, maqueto abalua, mono goi out malay, com matrimônio, o telele mogo me caixa. Que então eu que tanto que tem comigo na pá, que deve foi. No que, por icon que né, por matrimônio né. But when the video matrimonial conditions, Makawoni down the kettle, okay, middle fish, only shadow introduction, pay Mala will pay in 1 1. Now, when I soon made I will be one with all my matrimonial. Pay Mokuchi Moalato, pay Mokuchi Mojobe Yogo. Waketa Moa, Pokemon, I she might is Mimon of the arts. Near or mark the show, send the matrimony, I mean, send the meat cake, the soul pay my child, the soul pay my child. Kaka timogu bino, niya ebe kwayo ni moni ot balay, fang mungu makwe. Ni moni ot, kana nyonga mamu gisa pa mungu pe, kani koni pa tieng, pasente, nikolo siya, nerupe. Pina tuweche, utie berobe, utie kuyashwe, utie niya maeni, utie yakoi, wachi rebot. Raymond na chokwe machimuno de, chala jumupi.
Bala Matenyi, the National Vice Chairman Team MK Movement, said that Raymond was instrumental to them and he was about to retire from the army to join politics. He delivered a condolence message from General Muhoozi Kainerugaba during the burial.
To retire from the UPDF. And he told me he was going to retire so that he can actively participate in the politics once General Muhoozi retires. That General Muhoozi wanted some of his small low-level commanders to lead the battle on the ground. So we have lost this great comrade, and it is unfortunate. We pray his soul rest in peace. On behalf of the entire MK movement, we shall stand with you. God bless the soul of Raymond. God bless his children. God bless this whole community. Please support the president as much as you can now, because it is his constitutional term. He's the president-elect and is running his constitutional term. Let's participate in the parish development model. Let's participate in all these government programs available so that the youth can get out of poverty. But be aware that we have a standby generator which is already running. And that is none other than General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. When the time comes, give us your vote. We shall not appear on the same ballot paper with His Excellency the President. Should he choose not to stand, we have the best striker who will lead Uganda and who will make sure these bad roads leading to the border points are fixed. The bad roads will be fixed. Because the President has had so many other battles. He has fought the battles of the rebels and etc. As you are aware, your own General Dikolum. Dikolum is in the mountains of and the bushes of Congo fighting ADF. Now, General Muhoozi will come and fight the bad roads. This bad road from Nebi to Arua, all that will be fixed. It is a matter of years. We are going to have the best Uganda in the coming government. And pray for our commander, General Muhoozi, so that we win and we work for you, the people of Westnile.
Lieutenant Raymond Kasamba had an illustrious legal career in UPDF, and at the time of his death on August 17 this year, he was a lawyer at Uganda People's Defense Forces Court Martial Masindi. Lieutenant Raymond Kasamba died on 17th August this year with accident at Goli Custom Road. He was survived by a widow and 3 children. Alfred Jawok, Westnile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories. As the government seeks to elevate the masses out of poverty through Parish Development Model Initiative in Ivo Division, Arua City, the registration of masses as a condition to access the funds has been slowed down by the poor internet connection affecting Parish Development Model Information Management Systems. Farish Majid has more.
The online registration of the masses through the Parish Development Model Information System, commonly known as PDMIS, is slowing down the registration exercise of the members for the funds in Ivo Division due to the poor internet connection. The PDMIS, an online initiative, was developed by the Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology to assist in getting records, monitoring and evaluation of government projects, under which the Parish Development Model falls. Colonel Loti Dradilo Sutre, the coordinator for operational wealth creation in Arua City, explained on some of the challenges met with the system.
PDMIS sometimes the data entrance, the data collectors, after taking money, they disappear. Then some areas, if you look at the Anipi, Yabievoko, and along the Congo borderline, there's no network. Congo borderline area, Vodacom it overcomes our local network. Then there are some areas like Anipi and Yabievoko, there's no network. So that affects the PDMIS data collections exercise.
Anjati Dan, The principal town agent Oduluba Ward explained how the challenges of the registration of the members for the funds is affecting the operations.
Definitely, the issue of beneficiaries not being uploaded in the bidding system has actually declined, has retarded. They already submitted the details that was required by the focal person of the division, has actually retarded it from being loading, from getting loaded into the system. So this is what we have seen as a greatest challenge, especially here and the Abu division. So we are in touch with the focal person at the division level to see that how best we can run here and there and there.
Adiru Juliet, the chairperson board of governors Oduluba Aivu PDM Sacco, is however appreciative to the government despite the challenges in the registration process.
I'm so privileged and I'm so happy that we have registered our accounts at the ward level, and right now we are registering our members on this Wendy thing. We are registering them so that they get confirmed, and when money comes they also get the money, just like that. And for right now we have 17 groups, and so far we have gone more than 5. We are finishing up with them and we are doing well with them. But we have also a challenge of network, this Wendy thing. At times you try to dial things here and there, network interrupts, but all in all, that is a general issue. We believe it will be done, and we believe we are going to get done with this. We are hopeful and we are grateful for the government for supporting us.
Meanwhile, Draleru Frida, who is seeking to benefit from the funds, explains some of the challenges they go through in terms of mobilizing resources during the registration process.
Sometimes we find accessing this paperwork. You have to mobilize money, your own money, you use your own money to work on the paper. When it comes to photocopying kind of stuff, you have to work on it to mobilize groups, and sometimes these members even they don't give this money. You have to sometimes you use your personal money to work on these papers.
Shillings 100 million per parish has been earmarked under the parish development model with the view of transforming the masses out of poverty by the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Farish Majid, Westnile TV NILE CAST.
And more in our stories. Over 20,000 hand hoes have been distributed to farmers of Nebi Municipality by the Nebi Municipality Member of Parliament, Honorable Hashim Suleimani, in a bid to promote commercial agriculture in the West Nile region. The Nebi Municipality Member of Parliament, during the distribution of hand hoes to farmers who missed the government hand hoes in 2019, is calling upon farmers to pay close attention to commercial farming in order to earn more profits and improve on their livelihood. Alfred Jawoko reports.
Nebi Municipality Member of Parliament Hashim Suleiman has called upon farmers to pay close attention to commercial farming in order to earn more profits. The legislator was speaking to farmers this morning in Chananyirasel, Central Ward, Nebi Municipality, during the distribution of hand hoes to farmers who missed the government's hand hoes in 2019. Hashim advises the government to come up with the preventive workable policies that concentrate on commercial agriculture rather than waiting to intervene at the level diseases have taken root in the gardens. Hashim added that the plight of farmers in commercial agriculture in West Nile is hampered by dry spell, crop diseases, among others. He urged the beneficiaries to embrace commercial farming as the only way to elevate them from poverty.
Today we are in Chananyira village or cell in our municipality. This is, I think, the 7th day. We started distributing this house last week on Thursday, and we are moving very well. We have covered so far one division, the whole division of that is Central Division, which has 3 wards. Central Division has 3 wards, that is Central Ward, Jukia Hill Ward and Namtin Ward. We covered all. Those are around over 12 villages. Now we are in Abindu Division. We started Abindu Division yesterday. We are in Nyachara Ward. Nyachara Ward today. because every day we are covering 4 villages. So this is the first village today. And tomorrow we shall now enter Abindo 1. So it is moving very well. People really needed the hose. And I believe that immediately we started distributing this hose, rain came. At least the hose came with rain, which is very, very good for us. I am very happy because it has really been so dry here. And I thank God that as I brought the hose, rain also came. And the distribution is moving very well. People are getting hose per household. And for those who have household and they really dig, we are also giving them. So I pray that we end well, and we have planned that we are going to end by next Tuesday. Next Tuesday we shall have ended the program. I thank the people of the municipality. After we sent hose here as government, they were not given enough hose. They couldn't get the hose that sent here. But I went back and I told them that they should really keep on to come and distribute for them.
Meanwhile, Geoffrey Ngiriker, Mayor Nebi Municipality, who accompanied the legislator, said farmers in the municipality were on his neck for having missed government hand hose as other districts and municipalities were catered for by the government. He applauded the legislator for using his own resources to procure over 20,000 hose to the farmers.
Geoffrey, Mayor Nebi Municipal Council, and we want to thank our Honorable MP, Ashim Saidai, because for us as government, we receive items from 3 various sectors. We can receive from the government, we can receive from NGOs, and we can receive from individuals, where individuals include our Member of Parliament. Yes, we received very few hose in our office in the 3 divisions, totaling to 3,700. Yet we have a vast number of households who are peasant farmers. And in that, we could not distribute all the hose. We decided to keep the hose, and we want to really thank our MP because he has added to us over 20,000 hose, which has added to this one which we have. And now we are very, very grateful that today is the 7th day of distributing hose in our cells. And we are grateful that all the households are now getting 2 hose. Those who are couples and those who are not are being given 1 hose each with the effort from our Member of Parliament.
Fred Owachi, resident of Chananyira Cell and one of the beneficiaries who received 2 hand hose, expressed worries that the hose are given at the time of dry spell, which may not have great impact to them.
I feel very pleased to have received this gift. Since I've been here in this Chananyira village, I did not get such thing. So today is the first time for me to receive this thing from Honorable Mr. Ashim.
In 2019, Nebi Municipality received 3,789 hand hose from the government, which were inadequate for over 23,910 populations in Nebi Municipality, hence mounting pressure on the leaders to procure more hose for farmers. Today was the 7th day of distribution in Central Ward, and tomorrow, 24th of August this year, the team will be in Abindo Division for the same purpose. Alfred Jawok, Westnile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories. The born-again community of the Acholi sub-region is asking the government to use the new extensions Uganda Amnesty Commission to grant amnesty to all ex-combatants of the Lord Resistance Army rebels, including Joseph Kony. This came after the government reinstated the Uganda Amnesty Commission to welcome the formerly abducted Lord Resistance Army, who are just returning from the Central African Republic last month. Stephen Okello from Gulu reports.
The overseer of Pentecostal Church in Acholi sub-region, Bishop James Ochan, requested government to use this time to give amnesty to some of the top LRA leaders, which include Joseph Kony.
But the government of Uganda should do it much more by also giving amnesty to people like Joseph Kony and people whose cases were taken to ICC, so that we withdraw their names from ICC. That will be a good gesture that for sure government is ready to forgive, and Ugandans are ready to forgive, and the Acholis are ready to forgive.
This came after Anthony Akol revealed that government this week has reinstated the service of amnesty commissions years after the commission was dissolved.
I have been reliably informed that this week the cabinet approved to make sure that for the next 3 to 2 years we are going to have no problem at all. And this is an opportunity for our sons and daughters who are still in captivity to make sure they use this period to come back home. And as leaders from northern Uganda, we shall continue to negotiate with the government, and we want to have a law that will really make sure that those who are in captivity should permanently be allowed to come back home without them being taken to prison.
According to Akol, by law, the new 27 ex-LRA fighter who have just returned from Central African Republic should be in custody, but the NRM government thought it wise and gave them amnesty.
But the problem we had immediately when we received these people, it was a very difficult situation, and we had to, talk a lot with the government of Uganda, because the amnesty law and the amnesty commission, their period had expired, and therefore we must thank our own Honorable Norbert Mao, the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, who worked with us to make sure that these people are not in prison. Ideally, because of the expiry of the Amnesty Commission, actually all these people were supposed to be taken to prison.
Many are saying government should take this time to wholesomely forgive and fulfill the major reason why Amnesty Commission was formed in 2000.
As the Acholi society, there is a healing that is taking place, and when you look back at the things that has happened, I would say, as a human being, everyone has erred. I believe this would be a good thing for even him. He has been indicted to be arrested. It's a good thing, but I don't think that would solve our own problem. As a Acholi society, we need to solve our own problem, and as a Uganda, we can also solve our problem. So it's something that is called for.
Meanwhile, others also believe that if government is willing to forgive, Kony himself, together with his top commander, who have been indicted by ICC, must accept to forgive as well.
This is a vice versa. Amnesty, open blanket is good, but also what about the Kony himself? Is he also ready to forgive people? Because he's also a human being. He also has a feeling. If he's forgiven, is he ready to forgive? Because he must also say, I have been doing this, both has been fighting. So this call for a dialogue between both, but the amnesty must be both sides.
This commission was established by the Amnesty Act in 2000 to encourage rebels to lay down their arms without the fear of prosecutions for crime committed during the fights against government. And since 2000, the Uganda Amnesty Commission has granted amnesty certificate to 27,300 reporters since the act was enacted. Stephen Okello for Westnile Television, NILE CAST.
Viewers, my name is Oraku Benson Pastor, and you are most welcome for NILE CAST Sports News. In one of the stories we have got for you today, Westnile Province game that's supposed to be against Busoga Province on Sunday 27th of August, and the year is 2023, has been postponed by the Federation. According to the report we have got from the different stakeholders and the organizers, this game shall still be played in Ajuman at Paridi Stadium once the date is scheduled by the Federation. Owen Ezaga files more.
Welcome, my name is Owen Ezaga, reporting live at Paridi Stadium, where the FUFA Drum game is supposed to take place between Westnile Province and the Busoga Province team right there. The Westnile team came on Sunday and had their first training on Monday, and yesterday was so impressive as of course they gear up for the game that was supposed to be played on Sunday. But a report came immediately about what exactly went wrong from the Federation of Uganda Football Association. A game that has been postponed till further notice. A date that has not yet been, of course, given to that is the team about when the games will be taking place. Very many have shown dissatisfaction. Very many fans and of course people have shown love for welcoming that is the drum here. But at last it has been postponed. Now today, after all this happened, the Westnile Province Local Organizing Committee and the stakeholders had a press briefing and a meeting to see the way forward, and in their resolution a lot of things have come up front with the resolution, and a lot is yet to be of course discussed in the due course over the thing. But of course one of the biggest is the confirmation over that the game will still return back to Madi sub-region, whether the dates shall be changed or it shan't be changed. Let's have more from that is the different stakeholders and of course the organizers in right there.
Basically, we're here to notify the fans why this game has not been there, and we want to say it's not our wish that the games have been postponed. But for those who have received direct communication from the secretariat that manages the drum, these games have been postponed. Basically due to available circumstances that are beyond the management of the drum. Of course, not until the new date will be rescheduled. But it's not necessarily that this game that has been called off is between Busoga and Westnile. We have over 4 fixtures that have been postponed. Because match day 6 and 7. I think FUFA is not the first time they're postponing matches, and it will continue happening. But as well as want to give people some regions that for us as the executive, we decided that these games are going to be in Adjumani, and should there be any change, the venue still remains Adjumani. What we are not certain of is that we have another fixture that's supposed to be next month with Mugisu. Whatever fixture will come first shall also involve the media houses here to inform people that it is going to happen in that direction. I want to thank the people of Adjumani for the hospitality, the good reception. That to me it was a justification that they were ready for the game. But our regrets that it has not happened. But of course we had scheduled some events that were going to happen here. One of the events that we are going to have before the actual drum game or the game with the Olugo Select, that was scheduled for Thursday. And on behalf of the management of the drum, we want to assure people that the game is going to be there.
I don't have much to say following what the 2 chairpersons have already communicated. It's our position. I just want to assure our people of Madi sub-region and the entire Westnile region that we came here on a mission, and there are 2 missions. The first one was to entertain our brothers and sisters of Madi sub-region in a friendly with our brothers from this region. a very highly entertaining game which was supposed to serve as an appetizer, but it will still serve as an appetizer. And I want to reassure again that when this Usoga still comes to Adjumani, we shall still play another match with a second match with the Madi Select on top of this one on Thursday as an appetizer again. Those will be two friendly matches. But this one of Thursday, we already have plans in place. We have 8 players in camp. We are going to add up some players. We already been assured by the organizers that they will help me get these players in place for Thursday. So come Thursday, expect very good game. Only urge our people to come and see. Madi Select, Westnile Province, these are the same boys. You never know. If Uvuduko can assure me and any of these boys can really challenge the boys that are put in place, the licensing is open. One of them can earn a license or two in the province too. We are licensed, even 200. As long as you show signs that you can be in the team, we give you a license. We already have Sadiq from Adjumani is here. We have the goalkeeper Tatiga. You'll be seeing him in action. Across, we had Xavier, but Xavier retired. Now we have Ibrahim Dada. He was the top scorer in Moyo. We have boys dotted all over. And you should be able to see a new guy in town. To be specific, Elio Okello will be there to bang the goals, and I can assure you.
It dismayed the local organizing committee just like members of the public. But of course, these things happen in life. My sincere apology goes to our political leaders, whom we have thoroughly mobilized to communicate, to pass out this message to the population. We also convey our sincere apologies to the culture leaders of the Madisabu region, whom we have briefed, and they were able to pass the information to the general public. But effective this morning, when we had a meeting, we came up with the good resolutions. What I want to assure the public outside there is the hope is not lost. The hope is on. I'm happy to hear from the chairman of the province that the rescheduled match will still be played here at Paridi Stadium in Adjumani district. And I also want to thank those who have supported us in the initial stages of preparing for this game. We have acknowledged the receipt of the various contributions that we have given. For those who are still intending to do so, please don't hesitate. Continue supporting the local organizing committee, because this match will be there. We still have a lot to do so that we are able to raise our flag so high in the region. So this is the message that I want to pass out to the public, that hope is not lost. We are going to continue preparing until we receive a formal communication from FUFA.
In the interest of my fans, I think I'm going to speak in local language so that they pick it very clearly. Because I know whatever is going to be spoken here is going to be sent in social media, and perhaps it also goes to radio stations, TV stations. Drogona ma tarite da sine di ma fans. Di sabuito ne arrivati a chiesa Ianiti. Tarite da sine di Amasani cuore mama tutto che aniote o barora di Sudan, amatun di Sudan, South Sudan, Sudan, ngazo di Bakwachi area Margario Kerusi bo barora mupira desajo ke ofoya dati ne dia note okomedia le rotrosi bana sika zako electrica takarite voko de chance barita kesijore kumupira dada va bari dera ako ani fans America revo ko ani fans Westnile yote dosi ala mama suanye sawa ngo ani draw odu diri sedo jore de ole odu sari bani rotojo opportunity ansa arusi chwe rebati arusi ata for the recolor tero kitero ne sai tu se ban mupira bala dia amanya dia foto na vuga no si itu base sana si tasikia karibu dia nera sawa mupira dia bazo uru badi akakaru bani trosi sa tazba tingung riteka related mupira tro kosa la fotorbati ya kakare dura anko manya i sawa ne dia ne sa kole ba fodu ta lesu solerua bongodro iterejaru ade Westnile ne bade ogoro ne the local organizing committees baria ka ingandre mupira de vada ba parity di today obaita tira ba vu anesa fufa dindre karbati tro jaze ya nyani jaze de su swale office yanawa identity sara ofira saa vuvuzela saa de tarokoka funds niribati.
And that is from different stakeholders, including the fans, the organizers, and telling us more about what exactly will be taking place. With that, we come to the closer, as we shall be following this so closely as Westnile Television. My name is Owen Izaga, reporting live from Ajuman.
And Busoga being postponed, we have also seen 4 fixtures of the drum across the country being moved ahead. Still, the game will be taking place at Paridi. After that, we will see the next FUFA drum game for Westnile Province being taken to Dasi Greater Nebi region, probably at Luo ground. In relation to the postponement of these FUFA drum games, the fans of FUFA drum have also reacted and given their opinion. And today, Westnile sports crew was able to visit some of the Westnile fans in Arua City, and let's hear from them.
Yes, in the first place, I'm called Anguyo Coleman, a fan of Westnile Province. First things first, we are frustrated with the information that reached our ears, and it's really an unfortunate information that has reached us. And we are saying that we are waiting for the official information from our communications department of Westnile Province, and also officially from FUFA. That is what we are waiting for, but otherwise we are really frustrated with the move, because we are already prepared in full gears to come and support our own Westnile Province.
My name is Charles. I'm a fan of FUFA drum, but I think the challenges have been a lot, because distances and these teams, preparation, mentally, the team needs preparation. So how it has affected Westnile team is, the rhythm has been high as a Westnile base, but I think the challenge has been communication, especially from the main planners of the game. But it affects us psychologically, also physically, because we have prepared for this drum, and also knowing that these things are going to delay. Probably it is not good, because we didn't expect that to happen with the Westnile. I don't know whether it is a kind of politics or not, but this is a sports. So sports, we also expect communication. When there are some changes in fixtures, and we have to be communicated early so that it doesn't affect us a lot, because the other regions are going on and Westnile is majorly affected. So we are not happy of that.
Yeah, my name is Amat Alex. I am a fan of Westnile. I am so much disappointed with the postponement of the FUFA drum, but I think there's a foul play in the whole issue of this FUFA drum. The FUFA drum has brought so many people together. It seems somebody is not happy that we are getting united. And also, I am also seeing a football politics where the Westnile is a little bit getting frustrated because of these postponements. Somebody is for sure postponing these things so that Westnile does not lift the trophy again. But to me, I think it is a very bad precedent for sports fraternity in Westnile. If we can all rise up and say, once fixtures are fixed, we need not to change them without proper communications. And this should really be sent to FUFA, and we shouldn't do it again. I think this has brought us a very dull season already. I'm sure Westnile is not to lift this trophy again.
My name is Habib Nazar. I'm from Madokolo district. So as a fan of Westnile province, due to postponement, according to me, it is not good, because now, according to me, all the teams which are there, most of them prepared themselves between the period scheduled by the FIFA. That means automatically, due to postponement of the drum, that means issue of accommodation, there will be expense. Expense will go past the estimated budget. That's according to me. So I see no reason of postponing the fixtures.
Now, what message can you tell to the rest of the Westnile province fans? Because the game has been postponed. What can they do? What message can you tell to them?
I therefore say that we should be patient and await for the outcome of the postponement. Because now it is now the decision has been taken, so there's nothing we can do. We just wait for the new date which will be rescheduled. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Oracle Benson Pastore, for the sports news and the sports highlights. And with that, viewer, we've come to the end of the NILE Cast on Westnile Television. Thank you for being with us from the beginning of the NILE Cast to the end of the NILE Cast, only on Westnile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name is Okumringa Christine. Have a good day.